You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
What is crack-a-lackin', everybody?
We're excited you guys are with us.
What's up, everybody? Chris
Taylor.
It's all about Taylor, isn't it?
Taylor and Chris, not Chris and Taylor.
Chris Evans and Taylor Welch here, the smartest guys in marketing podcast. And we are pumped that you are back for episode 2. We're going to talk about the scam that is costing you a lot of money.
Well, I think this is episode 3, scam number 2.
True. Technically episode 3.
I don't know. Whatever. We're glad you're here. We're talking about the more is better lie in marketing that everybody's teaching you.
Why is that?
Why is everybody teaching it, or why is it a lie?
Both.
Why everyone's teaching it is because here's how the marketing world works. Everybody buys a course from one guru, and that one guru says one thing, and then there's a flood of people who now think they're gurus, and they teach everyone else something, and then there's a flood of people who think they're now gurus. And so one bad idea from the top can permeate an entire industry. And that's why we talked about the Ascension scam and how the Ascension model is not really working anymore. But people are still trying to do it because there's a small handful of people who have the social following and the background that people just believe whatever they say. And nobody's actually backing this up with data. They're not proving that it actually works. Yep. So that's why I think people are teaching it. Why is it a lie? It's the same thing. It's the same principle as it works against specialization. You can't specialize at everything. We're also going to talk about time management in this episode and kind of how we break our lists down. But you just think of like the craziest week you've ever had. Most of the time, things get out of control because you're trying to do too many things at the same time. Mm-hmm. And we talk with people every single day who they have to write a blog post every day. They're trying to write a book, even though nobody knows and nobody cares who they are. They're not at that point. So they're trying to write a book. They're trying to do a podcast. They're trying to learn Infusionsoft. They're trying to sell affiliate. They're trying to sell high ticket offer. Oh my gosh. It's just like
so much.
And none of it's working anyways. So we tell our clients all the time, it's far better to stop doing most of the things, do the handful of activities that actually work, and put all of your focus behind those things.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to that complication thing. It's like the more that you have going on in your business, the more complicated, which typically means the less money you're going to make. Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to see through with that. And if you're a journalist, you're just not going to get paid as much money as someone who's a specialist. If you've seen our webinar and some of our other stuff, we talk about this and we dive into this pretty intensely. But, someone who has maybe an issue with their brain, they want the best neurosurgeon in the world. Am I correct or not?
I thought you were meant to like, there's something wrong with their brain, like they're just dumb. But now I see
like a health issue,
a real issue.
If you have a major health issue with your brain, you're not going to go to a family doctor, right? And ask them to do surgery on you.
Right.
So it's the same thing in business. If someone has a major problem in their business or a major problem in their life, and you are someone who is a journalist, like you can kind of help them do everything. You can maybe help them, fix their cut on their knee, or you can diagnose a cold or whatever. You're going to get paid way less money. So it's the same way in your business. If you're trying to help people with SEO, and you're trying to help people with landing pages, and you're trying to help people with paid traffic, and you're trying to help people build out webinars, you're trying to help people do all these things, you're not an actual expert in one thing, you're not going to be able to help people big results.
Yeah.
And that major healing they need for that pain. And so the more is better is a big scam. I'm not sure who started it, but I know it's cost me a tremendous amount of money and time because my growth curve was super, super, super long. And I felt that I had to know every single thing about everything in marketing, copywriting, and funnels and all this stuff. And it just took me way longer to actually get to a decent amount of money and revenue.
Yeah. I think there's something to be said too with what you just said of like, a neurosurgeon probably could diagnose a scrape on a knee.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to do that. They understand enough about the way the body works, but they don't. It's not a can't thing. It's a won't thing. Yep. And like at this point with our business, Chris, there's a lot of things we know how to do and we could do, but we choose not to do because we're trying to build something amazing. We're not trying to just go do everybody's work for them. And I think that what happens here is people overcompensate by just adding more stuff onto their offer.
Yeah.
Thinking, we see it all the time. Like, we'll see someone's offer, they're a copywriter or a consultant or maybe a coach, and it's like their offer is massive and it's huge and they've got all these bonuses, and it's like they're overcompensating for a perceived lack of skill.
Yeah.
And thinking that people won't buy their offer unless it has so much in it. And it's just the opposite. People actually, the less that's in your offer, the higher price people will pay for it, because people are basically purchasing clarity around what you can do for them.
Results.
And so, yeah, if Chris was out there doing SEO and Facebook and YouTube and Yahoo ads and writing copy and writing a book and
MySpace
all of this stuff, like literally he would be in a coma by the end of the month. He wouldn't, and he wouldn't do anything well either.
Yep.
The more stuff you try to do, the quality of all of it goes down. So what we try to do is we try to focus everything behind a big idea or a big problem. And we have a list. We use Asana. I'm not
project
sure.
Management.
Yeah, it's like a project management. And to be honest with you, like, Chris, can I just go vulnerable here for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you going to make fun of me?
I mean, if you cry, I will.
We, last year, about the time that we're starting this podcast, we had a bit of momentum, and we were like, we're killing it. We're savages. Like, we can do anything we want in the world. It's like, we're the best. And we tried to add 2 brand new projects in a month, and our revenue tanked. Yeah. And we had to learn the hard way that adding more layers of complexity and adding new offers and adding new marketing channels isn't always the best until you can really master and automate and outsource what you're currently doing. And I know that's a little bit of a different idea than what you're talking about, but I think they blend together. You got to make sure you have a list of things you're not going to do, even if there's an opportunity. So this year we have 3 things on our priorities, right?
Yep.
Anything outside of that, it just gets canned immediately.
Yep. Gets put on the back burner. It's interesting too, like, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have this struggle. I am an extremely creative person, strategic person. I can generate ideas like nobody's business.
Is there anything you're not good at, Chris? I just want you to take a moment and share with the audience.
Let me think.
If you're ever asked that question, you can't come up with it. You have an arrogance issue, and you just need to make sure you have the right people
not much
around.
No, we're just kidding, y'all. But no, just this brings up. I'm just reminded of a conversation we had with a client the other day, and he's barely at $50,000 a month revenue in his business,
which is awesome.
Yeah, which is great. It's amazing. But he's trying to add more layers and more complication, more products, more offerings to his business, where that's simply not needed. We got to $100,000 a month, a 7-figure business within a few months, literally, with essentially 2 offerings, 2 programs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing at least $100,000 a month, you don't need more than 1 or 2 programs, 2 offerings.
Yeah. And those programs we were offering did one thing a piece. They were super simple. So we didn't sell 2 programs that taught people how to do a ton of different things. We sold 2 very simple programs that solved 2 very specific problems.
Yeah, it gave people major clarity and got them results. And one thing you have to understand too is if you are trying to sell something that's an information product, which is what we see happening all the time, even like real legitimate experts, because that's what they've been told that they have to do. It's going to be hard to sell that, right? And that we talked about that a bit in the last episode. But everybody else is doing that, and information has become a commodity. Information is everywhere. Not including even just the pirates that are probably have downloaded all of your information or giving it away for free online. But if you just Google, certain things, there's so much information. So what is happening now is people need clarity. And if you're a true expert and you can really help someone get clarity on one specific problem in their life or business, then you are at the perfect time in history to really make a lot of money while bringing huge difference and major change in people's lives and their businesses.
Yeah. And you're not just talking about, because there are a lot of different people listening to this. Some people are not coaches. Some people are, maybe you sell your Facebook ad agency and you're thinking, well, that sounds cool, Chris, but what are you talking about selling clarity when I do a service? What he means is you're offering clarity about how your business is going to change the life of your client. And if you're doing too many things at the same time, then there's no clarity. And a client can't make a decision if they can't look at what you do and say, will this help me or hurt me?
Yeah.
And so things have got to be reduced down to simplicity so that you can really get to ease in your marketing systems.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's really crazy how many people think they have to be a one-stop shop.
Oh,
And that's like the dumbest thing ever, especially for you service-based businesses out there. You don't. If you don't have one offering that can help someone get a major result, then something's broken in your business. You should be able to have one offering, one program, one service that you can build around a 7-figure business on.
yeah. And get to 7 figures before you start selling information products.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, you know?
Yep. Or vice versa. Like, get to 7-figure if you're selling info products before you start a service-based business.
Before bolting something else on. Yeah. The worst type of person that we see, and if this is you, I'm not trying to offend you, but you need to just change, is the person who's got 8 different offers and they're making like $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
Because you know what that means? Is like all of those offers suck, and put together, you're barely making enough money to survive. Whereas some people have one offer and they're doing $750,000 a year. Well, that's a business that we can really explode. Even people who are doing one offer and they're doing $5 or $6 grand a month, we can take that and we can scale it up. We've got, I don't even know if we're allowed to say names on this podcast, but we've got like a dozen clients I could list off right now that we're doing $7,000 a month. Now they're all doing 30, 60, 70K a month. Not because we added a bunch more offers, but because we actually took their offer, took a lot out of it, simplified it so it was clear, and then ran the paid traffic to it so that they had consistency.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Leads into people buy clarity as well. So if you deal with clients, and if you go back and you read all the copywriters who basically paved the way for us today, the Eugene Schwartzes and Gary Halberts of the world, one of the big things they talk about is confusion. And if people are confused, they're not going to buy. So if you go to a restaurant, how long does it take for you to make a choice with a menu that's 35 pages, right? As opposed to like a 1-page menu with very few options. It's like, okay, I have 5 options or 3 options as opposed to 35. Same thing in your business. And it's the same thing with getting someone to a decision to pull out their credit card. If you have one person, one offering, one result that you provide, you have extreme clarity. And so your prospect is going to have extreme clarity about how you can help them or not. They're going to be way more willing to actually buy from you as opposed to someone who's like does SEO and they do coaching, they sell info products and they run Facebook ads. And, that person's like, how can you help me? What do you do? You know what I mean? So clarity is important. Strip away all the stuff. And this is hard. Like, it's really hard for people to let go of things because they think it's actually going to cost them money by letting go. When in the actual truth, it's the opposite. It's costing you money by holding on to all this stuff. So simplify your business.
Having more offers is like having more kids. What do you think about that? The more kids you have, the more it costs you. That's why we have a dog.
Except for I get better tax write-offs than Taylor.
Oh my gosh, we're ending this show right now. I don't even want to talk about that. Hey, what are we going to talk about next time?
We're going to talk about being everywhere and doing everything.
And why it's a scam.
It's an awful scam.
Because it doesn't help you make more money or grow your business. It just overwhelms you.
Yeah, they're like, well, what does that mean? Well, we're going to explain exactly what that means.
We're going to talk about our channels too. The ones that we've chosen to master and why that's important. How people can maybe do the same thing.
Yeah. So go ahead and leave a review on iTunes. Give us some feedback. We want to know what you guys think about the show. And also, we want to give you guys a sweet gift, an amazing gift.
Sweet gift.
Go to trafficandfunnels.com/gift. Got a cool little thing for you there.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, just so you know, the gift is just like a toolkit. It's got some books, some videos, basically to help you implement what we're talking about on the show. We're talking about things and it's awesome, but we have some more in-depth training that can help you actually simplify your offer and put together your acquisition systems and all that good jazz. So go get it.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Share this with your friends and your family.
Yes. Love it. All right. See you guys next time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.